Hey guys, so today I'm showing you the brand new update for Scanlines for Windows. I basically rebuilt the whole thing from scratch, both the interface and how it works under the hood. The big change? Before, we were using PNG overlays to add scanlines. Now, everything is injected directly into the game through dynamic shaders, and you can tweak them however you like. Let me show you how it all works. So first things first, you'll notice there's a desktop profile here. That one's specifically for when you want scanlines on your Windows desktop itself, like over your browser or your wallpaper, just for a quick fun look. We'll get back to that one later. Alright, let's create a profile for Batboy. So the first thing you do is type the game name right here, and you'll see all the options unlock as soon as you start typing, which is pretty neat. Now you've got two ways to link your game. You can browse for the .exe manually using the Set Path button, or, and this is the easier way, just hit Set Process. When you click Set Process, a list of all your running processes pops up right below, and you just pick your game from the list and hit Add. That's literally it. Your profile is ready, and from now on the software will automatically load it whenever you launch that game. No need to hit Apply or anything. Oh, and don't forget to save whenever you make a change. Just a good habit to have. So in the Scanlines section, you can enable horizontal and vertical scanlines independently. Mix and match however you want. You can also play with the gap between the lines and their thickness. The software automatically calculates your screen resolution to apply the right number of lines for your display, which means you don't have to worry about that at all. Just adjust horizontal and vertical scanlines to get the look you're after, and tweak the opacity in real time until it feels right. Now let's go over to the CRT Effect tab. This is where all the fun stuff lives. Every effect is fully adjustable, so you can dial it in exactly the way you like it. You've got all the classic CRT effects in there, and I also threw in 3 VHS effects for that extra retro vibe. Kind of like what Katana Zero does, if you know that game. You can save your own presets too, and switch between them whenever you want. And again, once you're happy with your settings, just hit that Save button at the bottom. Alright, now let's talk about the multi-system emulator section. First things first, create your profile, give it a name, then link your emulator using either the Set Path or Set Process button, just like we did before. Once that's done, go ahead and enable the multi-system emulator section. This feature is designed for emulators like Ares or Hygen that support multiple consoles in a single app. Since those emulators can run games from completely different systems, S4W needs a little extra info to know what it's dealing with. So here's how it works. You have two options for your ROM folder. You can create a brand new folder directly from the software by clicking Set and then Create New Folder. Or, if you already have a ROMs folder somewhere on your PC, just select Use Existing Folder. Once your folder is set, make sure you hit the Scan button. This will index all the ROMs inside that folder. Then save. From that point on, whenever you launch a ROM in your emulator, S4W will automatically analyze the name and match it up. Now, if you run into a game that uses exclusive full-screen mode and it hides the S4W interface, don't panic. There are a couple of things you can try. First, just hit the Windows key and reselect S4W from the taskbar. That sometimes brings it back on top of the game. If the game really won't let it through no matter what, go into your game settings and switch it to windowed mode. Then you can use the borderless windowed option that I built right into S4W. It basically makes your game look full screen while keeping the overlay on top. I'll be honest, it's still a bit experimental. Some games handle it perfectly, others not so much. But so far, I've always been able to get my profile and effects set up without getting stuck. So give it a shot. Alright, let's go back to the desktop profile I mentioned earlier. You'll notice that the Scanlines display monitor section in the System Settings tab is grayed out when you're on any other profile, and that's totally normal. The desktop profile works differently. Instead of injecting directly into a game, it uses an overlay system that sits on top of Windows itself. So that section only becomes active when you switch to the desktop profile. And from there, you can choose which monitor you want the scanlines to appear on. Also worth knowing, the CRT and VHS effects are not available in desktop mode. Those effects are only supported in injection mode, meaning inside actual applications and games. So the desktop profile is really just for that clean scanline overlay on your desktop, nothing more. Simple and straightforward. And of course, S4W isn't just for games. You can create a dedicated profile for watching movies and TV shows and link it to VLC Media Player. Just set it up the same way as a game profile and you're good to go. All effects are fully supported in this mode. Scanlines, CRT effects, and VHS effects are all compatible. So if you want that nostalgic retro TV feel while watching your favorite shows, it's all there waiting for you. Pretty cool, right? All right, I think I've covered the most important parts of this update, so I'll wrap it up here. I really hope you enjoy this major update. It's been a lot of work, and I'm pretty excited about where this is heading. Now, from my own tests, S4W works with virtually every game I've tried, but some titles may resist, and that's exactly why I need your help. If you run into any issues, have suggestions, or just want to hang out and talk about the project, come join us on Discord. It's also the place to go if you're looking for bezel files, want to request new features, or just want to help push S4W to the next level. The link is in the description. Hope you enjoy this new version of S4W.